Whoa, whoa, every day. Whoa, that's thorough. Let's get it.
Hold on, let me talk my shit. Only thing on my mind is me getting rich. That shit on my body cause I got the drip. Came from the bottom, I'm going legit. Like a casino, I'm stacking them chips. Every artillery packing them clips. Fuck is you kidding me? Can't get rid of me. Hold on, my niggas, we go with the shit. There's no pass it on me. I hit it once and she won't be my miss. I'm lame, I'm not tryna diss. Sipping out loud, it is what it is. I put in work like they handle my biz. No, I'm not playing with none of you niggas. I'm well up enough with the gun to you niggas. I swear I'm never like none of you niggas. We hit the spot, we gon' cash out. No cop, we pulling them racks out. Pop out and my niggas all swagged out. Shorty, I'm blowing her back out. Dollar signs, I don't see competition. Kids broken, I'm on a mission. If it's hot, get the fuck out the kitchen. Must be pulling this bitch like I'm pimpin'. Six shots, try to run it from Limpin'. Get pressed in this bitch like I'm pitching. Blue faces, a whole lot of binging. On the block in the beam, look crimson. All point, yeah, I pay attention. Ladies do anything for a mention. And my diamonds look crazy, drenching. Kill myself while I pay a henchman. Hold on, let me talk my shit. Only thing on my mind is me getting rich. That shit on my body cause I got the drip. Came from the bottom, I'm going legit. Like a casino, I'm stacking them chips. Every artillery packing them grips. Fuck is you kidding me? Can't get rid of me. Hold on, my niggas, we go with the shit. Some of the killers for real. Ain't gotta rap about it, we do it for real. Niggas chill, chasing the nails, signing the deals. I'm in the field. I'm trying to see if my ass is real. I need to add another half a mil. Niggas is whacking at half the skill. I hit it once, have a head over heels. I gotta give me a bag for real. They want to see me broken and sad for real. I know the reason they mad for real.
I know the reason they mad for real.
I gotta give me a bag for real. They want to see me broken and sad for real. I know the reason they mad for real.
I know the reason they mad for real.
Hold on, let me talk my shit. Only thing on my mind is me getting rich. That shit on my body cause I got the drip. Came from the bottom, I'm going legit. Like a casino, I'm stacking them chips. Every artillery packing them clips. Fuck is you kidding me? Can't get rid of me. Hold on, my niggas, we go with the shit.
What's good, y'all? L Famous, living my life, not thinking about it twice. Don't be scared to like, subscribe. It's dope content. If you like it, let's get it. Yeah, let's get it. Now, today, story is about my guy, Chachi. Yeah, Chachi. You know, this is a Walton Ave love story. You heard? Yeah, Walton Ave love story. Love story. Yeah, man, it started, well, it go like this, man. A lot of people out here, a lot of viewers, a lot of people in the world, they get their heart broke. You know what I'm saying? Whether you a man or a woman. But when a man get his heart broke, it's worse. You heard? I believe it's worse. You know what I'm saying? Because some dudes can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes can't handle it. And this dude named Chachi, I knew him since the 3rd grade. We lived on the same block. He lived 2 buildings down from me. You know what I'm saying? He was a Puerto Rican brother. You heard? But he looked Mexican. You heard? He looked Mexican. He had like the Mexican hair always growing up. He always had like the Mexican complexion. But he was like a Puerto Rican pretty boy. You heard? Like a real pretty boy. Like a real like a Mark not no Mark Anthony. He was like a I would do like a Ricky Martin type of looking dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my guy Chachi, B. I know him since the 3rd grade, 114, public school. You know what I'm saying? He always was a quiet kid, smart. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't into fighting. He wasn't into none of that type of stuff. He was just into doing his schoolwork and staying smart. You know what I'm saying? And he was little. He was always little and petite. You heard? He always was a little petite guy. You know what I'm saying? Now, as we got older, we went to 166 together. You know, her junior high school, 166. He was in the smart cluster. He was in smart cluster. They had in 8th grade. They had the clusters broken down. Like they had each cluster. It was 3 clusters, but each cluster was broken down. You had the smart cluster, the so smart cluster, and the regular cluster. You heard? And he was in the smart cluster. Chachi was always smart. Chachi was the type of dude, he'll do your homework for you. You know what I'm saying? Chachi was the type of dude, he'll help you out with your math work and all your type of school work if you need it, if you asked him. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the type of dude. He was like a nerd, but you didn't treat him like a nerd. You know what I'm saying? He was always funny. He was mad funny, always cracking jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, he Puerto Rican, so he was mad funny. He always cracking jokes. You know what I'm saying? And he was funny. He was funny. You know, like some dudes be corny. Nah, Chachi was funny. You know what I'm saying? So growing up, he always been my dude. You know what I'm saying? So then now, as we started getting older, I never knew Chachi to have a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Never knew Chachi to have a girlfriend. But when he did, now before I get into that, growing up on the block, like I said, Chachi was considered a good kid. So somehow in his teens, like when he was like 17 or whatever, he started having problems with his family because he was following his older brother named Eki. Rest in peace, Eki. Rest in peace, Chachi. His older brother Eki just died a few years ago. You heard? That was my guy too. Now, Chachi was following Eki out the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But all up until that time, him following Eki when he came out the house like 17, he was in the house on some smart shit. You know, his family loved him. He's supposed to be a good kid. He's supposed to be probably going working down on Wall Street or something. You know what I'm saying? Doing something big because he was very smart growing up. And, you know, like I told you, he was very smart, cool, and he wasn't easily influenced like everybody else on the block. But by the time he turned 16, 17, he started having problems with his family, and somehow he got kicked out or he either ran away from out the house. Now his family lived on the first floor, you heard? So he didn't run far. So, but when he left the house, he was living down in the basement with his older brother. And his older brother was getting money on the block with my dude Dogman, you heard? So him and Dogman and his older brother was getting mad money on the block. So slowly but surely, Chachi running away, already following his older brother Eki, he started being up under Eki, doing the same thing Eki was doing. And Eki was selling mad packs on the block. Selling mad packs. So boom, that nigga Chachi just jumped in the game. And he Eki little brother, so I guess that, and he more official than Eki, you know what I'm saying? Eki on some older shit, lazy shit, doing what he want to do shit. Eki done been to jail, all that before, been to the feds, all that before. So Eki know what it is to be in the street. Chachi, on the other hand, this is his first time introduction in the street because me and him, my age group of dudes with him, we all been out the house, been out the street. Me, Ali, Schoolie, Spunk, everybody, we been out the house. So now Chachi just coming out the house and he getting down with his older brother and Emmett and Dogman, you know what I'm saying? So now him and Dogman, them niggas is killing them down in the basement. Them niggas, they got some nigga from Cyprus moved in the hood named Jose. Them niggas was killing them. Them niggas was killing them, B. When I say killing them niggas was killing them. So now, boom. Next thing you know, Chachi the man, you heard? Chachi got more money than me. You know what I'm saying? Chachi getting more money than me. I'm out there selling shirts, robbing niggas, doing what I do, selling a little drugs here and there just to get some ones in my pocket. But Chachi doing this shit non-stop. He living in the basement. That nigga going hard. That nigga selling like 24 hours a day, nigga type shit. That nigga, all the people, all the fiends and them niggas, they loved it, Chachi, because he was a nigga that wasn't really supposed to be out there. So I'm pretty sure he was looking out for mad at them niggas, you know what I'm saying? So they loved him, you know what I'm saying? He was killing them, you heard? I used to even run down on him like, yo, Chachi, let me get a couple dollars, B. You heard? You know what I'm saying? He's like, give me some money because he knew he couldn't front on me. He knew me since third grade, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even like I had to debo him, but if he would have fronted on me, he would have seen the other side of me, you heard? Because that's how I was on it, you know what I'm saying? But that was my guy. So but every time I asked him for something, he gave it to me, you know what I'm saying? Like I told you, he was a good nigga, you know what I'm saying? So boom. After he started getting somebody, he started messing with this Dominican girl in the next building. In the building he was living in the basement, he started messing with some girl in the building. Now, Chachi like 17, and if I'm correct, the girl was only like 14, B. You heard? The girl was only like 14, B. Because the girl is younger than Chachi and younger than us. Me and Chachi the same age, you heard? Me and Chachi the same age. So boom, next thing you know, the nigga Chachi doing it up with the girl. Now the girl is young. She like 14. You heard? She Dominican. And you know how Dominican people used to live back then. They used to live mad modest. They wasn't living no flamboyant life or none of that. Only the niggas that was getting money in Washington Heights and all that probably was living big. But the regular Dominicans in the hood, they was just living regular. You know what I'm saying? On some family shit. You heard? You know what I'm saying? So they was living modest. So boom, nigga Chachi, he buying her everything. Him and her running around. He running around with him and her with matching outfits on and all that. Like I'm telling you, when Chachi wifed her up, Nobody really paid attention. You know, niggas never knew Chachi for having a joint, but so niggas wasn't really judging him like that. He wiped up a joint on the block. So, boom. Now, niggas ain't even looking at her age like that. But Chachi, he moves in with the family. The family, this is back in the days. You know how them Spanish people play. They play different. And I gotta say this. The Spanish people, they be playing different. Like, they be having they young people living living like they old. You heard? Like, they have some young 13 or 14-year-olds living like they 20-something years or 30-something years old in the house, just as long as it's under their supervision, and that's not good, because black people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? If an underage chick have a baby from one of their family members, their son, their nephew, or whoever, she got to take care of that baby outside the house. You heard? They going to take care of that baby, but they got to take care of that outside the house. Yeah, the baby could come in the house, spend the night and all that, but all that, you coming in here, living in here like everything is good, nah, that can't go down. We don't do that in black families, you heard? But in Spanish families, they do that. And Chachi was like 17, and Shorty was like 14, you heard? And they was letting Chachi live up there with him, you heard? And Chachi was paying the rent. This is what I heard. Chachi was paying the rent, man. You know how that game go back in the days. Niggas getting money. Niggas be talking about niggas be letting niggas do whatever when niggas be getting money. Niggas was paying the rent. Rent was short. Niggas paying the rent. You know what I'm saying? So Chachi up there young, living with Shorty like that's his wife. You know what I'm saying? Up there living with Shorty, that's his wife. You heard? Now, the building that Shorty lived in, that's where a lot of the Spanish brothers from the block lived in. Spanish people lived in all the buildings on the block. But that block, that building was the main building with all the Spanish brothers in it. You heard my man Bolo in them. You had Richard in them, Isaac in them. You had my man Spot. You had everybody out of that building, Spanish people. You heard? Oaks in them. You had Dave in them, Dave Love in them. You had mad Spanish niggas out of there. You heard? You know what I'm saying? Official too. You had Rays in them. You had mad niggas. The list goes on and on. You heard? The list goes on and on. My man Pastelito, Oaks. You know, I'm telling you, B, the list goes on and on. Chachi, he lived in the next building, but he was hustling out of that building, and that's where he was living at with Shorty. First, he started in the basement. Now he getting money. He living up Shorty house. Nobody paying it no mind. Now, in that building, like I told you, was a lot of them Spanish dudes. And them Spanish cats, all the younger Spanish cats in there, Richard and all them dudes, they used to be having the hooky parties. You heard? You know the hooky parties now. You know, black people, all race of people had the hooky parties. But I don't think no parties, hooky parties is like them Spanish hooky parties, because they be having fun, they be getting their groove on, and you don't even be hearing about no problems with them. You heard? A black joint, you be hearing about a problem. A girl be talking about, he left him, they made me do something with somebody I ain't want. No, I'm telling you, it's crazy in them hooky parties. You heard? The black joints. But the Spanish joints, them joints be going down smooth. So in that building, all them slow Spanish dudes, my man and them Richard and all them niggas, they used to be having little hooky parties in there and all that. So when they get up with the girls, they might not be doing nothing crazy, but they might be sucking on some titties, humping on something. One nigga might get some buns. You know how the game go. You know, that's the hooky party. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, my man Chachi girl, I don't know if she was in a hooky party or she was just in the building messing with somebody. Somebody, I ain't going to put the dude out there, but they said that he was sucking on her titties or she was making out with the dude or whatever. And somehow, Chachi either walked in on it, heard about it, I think he walked in on it or something, or he found out it was going on. My man Chachi they said my man Chachi ran out the house, hysterical, ran to the roof, and jumped off the roof, y'all. Yeah, man. He jumped off the roof, man, because he couldn't stomach what he seen. And he loved that girl that much. You heard? He loved that girl that much. So that brings me to say, rest in peace to my man Chachi. And to tell y'all dudes out there, there's nothing that should make you go do something like that. You heard? I know we all get hurt out here. You know what I'm saying? We all get cheated on. We all get played. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what makes you what makes you a real person is you being strong to get through that joint, B. You heard? You gotta get through it, B. No matter what you gotta do to get through it, you gotta get through it. And you can't resort to what my man Chachi did. Because my man Chachi probably was only 19. He did it a week or two before his birthday. You understand what I'm saying? Without even thinking, he saw what he saw, ran out the house, went straight to the roof. He didn't go down the stairs. He didn't go talk to nobody. He ain't go call his brother up. He ain't go talk to Dog Man. He ain't go looking for nobody. He ain't go start no beef or no drama over it. He ran straight to the roof and jumped off. You heard? Without even thinking about himself. And then we all ran to the back of the building and he was laid out. Broken up. And that was the second time I seen somebody fall or jump off the roof, B. You know what I'm saying? In my whole life, I seen it 3 times. But that was the second time I seen somebody, the after effects of somebody jumping off the roof, B. My man Chachi, B. You know what I'm saying? He was only 19 years old or some shit. See, he was older than that. You heard? You know what I'm saying? He was born the same year I was born, and he died 2 weeks shy of his birthday. You heard? 2 weeks shy of his birthday. He killed himself. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get into no beef over her, with getting shot or stabbed or some drama with her. He took it all out on himself, man. He couldn't live with it. I don't know why, but he couldn't live with it. You heard? And all of us are different out here. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace to my guy Chachi. And my block know what it is. You heard? My block know what it is. Let's get it, nigga.